Give you guys my full mod list on performance upgrade for your Ram 1500. Everything that I think that is a good modification for your Ram 1500 that you could add, I'm going to be sharing with you guys in this video today, y'all. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys my mod list on performance upgrade for your Ram 1500. Everything that I think that you should have for your Ram. I'm going to be sharing with you guys one of the best, well, most of the best performance upgrade for your Ram 1500. However, if you're new here to the channel, welcome to the channel. And if you don't know yet, I'm going to tell you anyway, but this 2014 is my Ram 1500 that my YouTube channel is based on this, guys. And I'm going to be building this truck, pretty much doing everything to it. I'm going to be doing a swap in the future and stuff like that. So, but I'm going to be doing a ton of upgrades to this truck. If you into Ram, or if you a Mopar guy, whatever the snack car guy, or just into stuff like this, do me a favor, click that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and I would definitely appreciate it. Man, it's starting to get cold out here, y'all. Definitely starting to get cold. One thing, it's my least favorite time of the year, but I most definitely do, I'll say, I most definitely do enjoy the holidays, but the only thing about it is just the fact that it gets super cold. When it gets cold, you can't really do much outside because it's, freezing outside unless you got a garage, which is a huge plus, but that's my goal one day, to get a garage and stuff when I get home. So, but with that being said, what are some good performance upgrade mods for your Ram 1500? I'm going to just give you guys a bunch of things. Now, just because I'm giving you guys what I know and think, doesn't mean that that's the only performance mods you could do to your Ram, or good performance mod. Because when it comes to modifying these trucks, the 5.7 Hemi, there's like endless modification you can do. Some of them, I'll be honest, some of them is worth doing, and then some of them is not worth doing because it doesn't bring any kind of real benefit to your truck. So listen up. The first thing I would say, you got to go with a core intake. Aftermarket core intake would be my number one thing that I'll say you got to go with. I always repeat this, and I'm going to keep repeating it. Aftermarket core intake. This is not in order at all, so I'm just putting out whatever comes to my mind. Number two going to have to be, if you got a crew cab or a quad cab, whatever this and that, you gotta upgrade your gears and stuff like that. You want to build your rear end to be able to handle, to be solid, like bulletproof, pretty much, to be able to handle whatever power you plan on making. It could be 600 horsepower, 700, 800, somewhere around there. Now, I would recommend going with like the True Track setup. If you got a Ram similar to my Ram, I know some Ram 1500s and stuff out there does have like a single cab. I think they do come with like the upgraded gears and stuff already, but I'm not too sure. But I'm just saying, if you got a crew cab, single quad cab, definitely will be my number two thing. It's to upgrade your rear, your gears and stuff like that would definitely be something I'll say you gotta have. Number three, I'm gonna have to put this out there. I'm gonna say definitely to get some real nice set of like, pretty much I'll say, like, you got to get some real nice set of exhaust headers, like long tube headers. Definitely is something that's, I've heard, like, I don't know what it is though. I think it's like a sign telling me to get some headers for my truck ASAP, because yesterday I heard it was a 4th generation Ram that drove past me, and I'm pretty sure that he had some long tube headers on his truck, and he probably was 9 times out of 10 catless, because that issue was super loud. It was the same exact truck I had, but I think it was kind of different setup and stuff, but it sounded real good though. A good aftermarket long tube headers would be something I would definitely recommend. Number 4 for me gonna have to be the 6'4" truck intake manifold. 6'4" truck intake manifold is the way for you to go. I would definitely say it's definitely something you have to have. Now, I'll turn up a notch a little bit for you guys. My number 5, I'm starting to see these. I don't know if it's something this been out for probably a couple years now, a few years. They've been out for like a few years, but I'm starting to see a lot of guys starting to run like the On3 Performance single turbo kit pretty much, and they making some crazy like these trucks. I'm in a group on Facebook, and maybe you guys are if you got a Ram already, and pretty much they have like the person that had the On3 Performance setup, they pretty much ain't changed up too much, but their truck was making some good power, like nothing too crazy, but some good power with that setup. I'll definitely say like a setup, like if you don't want to go with something like you can probably do like, that's like a very good single turbo kit. I'm just putting it out there. This is not a sponsorship for a Ram. That's less than $4,000, yo. Less than $4,000. But my next thing would have to be custom camshaft, guys. I had to bring that up because I personally do believe that if you have a truck like this, with just an aftermarket exhaust, long tube headers, it's not gonna sound as good as you adding a cam to it. So this is why I always recommend that you add a custom cam. Custom cam is something that completely change the sound of your vehicle 100%. Any vehicle you have, you throw some cams on there, it's gonna make it sound crazy, especially a Hemi. Definitely gonna sound crazy. Next thing online would have to be an aftermarket exhaust. Aftermarket exhaust that's something that I feel like is definitely important with, like, especially if you plan on modifying these trucks, because you need like a free flow exhaust system for your Ram in general, just so your truck doesn't have to be, feeling like, like the stock exhaust system on these trucks are very restrictive. So once you get that free flow exhaust, like aftermarket brand, whatever brand you decide to go with, and then you got the long tube headers, and then you got some, you decide you do want to go catless, and you have some custom cam, your truck gonna sound like a completely different animal, yo. My next thing on the list would have to be a custom tune. Custom tune is something I would highly recommend that you add to your truck if you don't have one, or even if your truck is stock. That could be the first thing you start off with. Get your engine and transmission tune up to where, like your truck could be able to shift better, make a little bit more power. And then when you start adding on mods and stuff, whoever decide to tune your truck, they could be able to adjust that for you to where your truck gonna completely turn into a different animal. But I always recommend, though, it's definitely important to like do like a pretty much, I'll say, getting like a custom tune. Like that's something I'm about to get pretty soon on this channel for my truck, and I definitely can't wait for that. Now, my next, like what I could tell you though, like one thing I want to say, when you modifying like these trucks, yo, like keep in mind like there's like so much stuff, so much more things that you can do to a 5.7, to the Hemis, can get my words out, Hemi in general, that it's like endless modifications you can do. These are just like some of the ones that off head, like I'm saying, like I would do like right away if I decide to buy a brand new Ram, and everything I want to do instantly would have to be those things right there, yo. Definitely would have to be those things. But that's just me. I'm just sharing with you guys like my mind list on pretty much performance upgrade. And if you really want to take it up a notch, you could do like if you're not really like a big turbo guy, you can do the 6.4 truck intake manifold, bigger size injectors, upgraded heads. What else? I mentioned a custom tune already, but there's so much more stuff you can do that could just make these trucks turn into a completely animal. That's why I don't understand why a lot of people make it. Don't get me wrong, Rams are very heavy truck, especially crew cab, quad cabs. but you could definitely make them to be able to compete with fast cars and stuff like that. Like, it would definitely take a lot of money, but it's something that's definitely 100% doable. It's not like you can make these trucks fast, add a bunch of mods to these trucks, and they're not gonna get fast as hell. But you can definitely make these trucks fast as hell. Yo. I'm telling you, they could smoke anything with the right mods. But that's just me sharing my thoughts with you guys. Do me a favor, like this video for me if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.